So let me ask you a question, Thomas. Inventory level, 1.5 months, right? Even though the days on market, average days on market is 2 weeks. That's average. There's got to be some people out there that are not selling in 2 weeks, and you want to be checking your MLS for that, okay? Very few new listings hitting the market. More the reason why you have to give them your USP or your UVP, right? Give them a reason to connect with you.
Welcome everybody to our webinar here with LabCoatAgents and RealTech Power Marketing. We have Colin and Dylan from their team ready to show us some new things that they have been working on. We're gonna first check off the list of buyer, seller leads intel, and then they're going to eventually transition into how to market to pre-expired listings. It's going to be a great webinar here for you guys. As we get started, I would love to hear where you guys are all joining us in from. Let me know what the weather is, because I've been noticing throughout the country that there's been some different weather changes going on. I'm personally in Denver, Colorado, and it is actually some nice weather today, but we did have snow last night, so I can't really say it's that great. But I'm curious where you guys are all fun. We got one in Ottawa, Canada. It's very sunny there. That's awesome. Dallas, Ventura, 65 and sunny, Cypress, Texas. And a couple Texas folks in here. Another one from Phoenix, Texas again. That's very exciting. I'm going to hand it over to Colin here and Dylan, and they're going to walk you through some things that they're working on, and they have some information they want to share with you guys. And I'll let Colin kind of take it away.
Yeah, thanks so much, Trenton. Hi, everybody. I'm Colin, the founder and CPO of RealTech Power Marketing. Dylan, who's also with us today, he's the marketing strategist. He's our brain behind what goes on with Facebook, Instagram, and so on. We're going to start her off, and before we get going with our presentation, Dylan, if you can please bring up our slideshow. Absolutely. Today, from the comments that I've seen, it's a little bit of a controversial one. So I want to clear up something right out of the gate. We're going to talk about how to target pre-expired listings before they expire. And I saw all sorts of comments, and I'm here to share with you, there is a way to do it. And what we're going to share with you today has been done forever. So we're not crossing any lines at all. I want to share that with you right out of the gate. Excuse me. But we're going to talk about our real estate lead intelligence. That's RELI, one of our products. A lot of you know us for intercept leads, but this is the product that gathers information. So we're going to share our suite of RELI tools. And that's really important, because we're going to talk about the leads that you actually generate yourselves and those that are presently in your CRM. We're going to show you how to increase your lead conversion, and you don't have to spend any more money at all. All you have to do is be able to work within your CRM, and we're going to share with you exactly what that's all about. All right, Dylan, if we can just take her on. So you're investing huge money in your lead generation. All of these particular lead generation platforms and using social media, most of you, I'm going to say today, are already spending this kind of money. Okay, so it's really important for us to know you're spending tons of money. What's your return, and how can you increase your return? So we talk about the frustrations of this type of marketing. So let's move along here. And you all work with CRMs. How many of you have actually dived real deep into your CRM and gone mining. We talk about mining the CRM, but how do you mine your CRM? Today, we're going to share something totally different, how you can mine your CRM for all it's worth. And we're going to show you how to mine that hidden gold and connections in your CRM. And stick around with us, folks, because this is going to crush it for you. So let's see what happens next. Oh my, oh my. I remember my days as a team leader, and this was us. So you're all working with lead generations, and these leads come into your platforms. And in the lead generation forms, they either don't enter their address or they give you a bogus one. You don't get the phone number. You don't get the email. I know that Mickey Mouse at Disneyland was the most prevalent email and name in our CRM. And I'm sure all of you know that. So let's move it along. I'm going to share with you what's the solution. So we're talking about RELI, real estate lead intelligence. So our products will take you upload your leads into our platform, and we will recover all the missing information. So as you see over here, we're going to get all of this information that's either missing, in a lot of cases where it's not there, it's bogus, we're going to do it. So let's move along. Dylan gave us a sneak preview there. And our program is going to give you with every lead, once you come into our app, you pop your leads in there, and automatically up into your portal within our app, you're going to get all of the following first-party data. You're going to get all the personal data. You're going to get all the contact. We then add financial information. We add household information. And the purpose of all of this is that so you can get a better idea of who your leads are. In fact, you can get to know them before you start marketing to them. So important things like credit scores, loan to value. You can get a profile of all of your own leads that you've sourced from outside sources. So when you start marketing to them, either when you market to them via Facebook or Instagram or emails or digital, or your ISAs get on the phone and start calling them, you have got all this information before, so you can start segmenting your audiences. And first-party data today, folks, is becoming more and more critical to your success. You send out relatable marketing. So let's just have a look. What happens next? So we take all of that information that we just shared with you, and within our app, in our systems, you can create automated custom audiences. And this is across the board, no matter which product of ours you happen to prefer and move forward with. So you can create your move-up sellers, move-down sellers, absentee owners, distressed sellers. Imagine your CRM right now. Think about distressed sellers. They need to sell right now. There's money waiting for you in the bank. You would upload all your leads, your huge bucket of leads, into our system. Based on our algorithms, we're in a position to automatically tell you and create an audience of distressed sellers. Go target them. Make money right now. Your LTVs, length of residence, luxury seller buyers, investment opportunities, retirement strategies for older folk. Real estate investors, if there's a vet in the household, we're able to tell you. And if you don't like any of these preset default audiences, using all of our fields, you can go and create your own audience. So let's see what's next. The first program that we're going to share with you today is the buyer and seller leads. So these are leads that you're already purchasing elsewhere, and we will recover all the missing information and qualify them for you in pre-qualification mode. So let's share how we do that. This one I love. So back in the days as a team leader, we spent a lot of money on lead generation. Our most frustrating thing was buyers who don't give us all their information. buyers who are liars. I'm old school. I still believe that till today. So from that perspective, when you were targeting buyers and you're getting buyer leads from any of the big lead generation platforms, or if you're getting them from us here at Intercept Leads, the buyers come in, they fill out a lead generation form, and typically one of the questions that is asked, do you own your own home? Well, most of these buyers will say no, because the moment they say they do, the next thing is you, the agent, are onto them, and you're going to engage them immediately. So that being said, what have we done to help you with that? So we first told you we recovered all the information. We're now going to share with you exactly what happens if you've got buyer leads and enter them into our app. So let's have a look at that, Dylan, please. So we do rely on identifying buyers that are homeowners. So we talked about, hey, these buyers come in, they don't tell you that they own a home. This is an actual file. Okay, this is an actual file over here. So you can see this was taken from a CINC file, first and last name. We also give you 3 phone numbers back. So we add phone numbers, emails, and the property type. We can tell you exactly what property your folks own. The lead type. Well, originally you input into our system, you uploaded a buyer file. And have a look to the extreme right. Our system immediately identifies that these buyers are in fact homeowners. So when you're remarketing to them, the important thing here is you're going to remarket to them as buyers and as sellers. So you've got double splits, multiple sales coming just from this one tool. You would never know that until you actually got to talk with them over the phone, generally speaking. But because you know that they own homes, you're going to market to them both as buyers and as sellers. Okay, so all of that good stuff over there, that's going to help you. So let's move along to the next thing that we see over here. This one for us was huge back in the day, and I'm sure for those of you who are using lead generation platforms where you're able to collect unknown and partial leads. So the lead comes in, they don't fill in all the information, but more importantly, they don't fill in the first and last name. When that happens, your lead is done. It's dead. What can you do with it? We've developed a program that's going to capture all of that information for you. And I'm going to share it with you right now. So let's have a look how that works. So what are you doing with these leads? Well, most people that I know, what are they doing? Move along. They trash them. Okay, so they trash their leads. And here we go. That's really not what you want to be doing. We have your solution. So let's have a look at the solution. But before we actually have a look at the solution, these are the ones, if you are targeting sellers, these are the leads that disappear or become unknown leads almost right out of the gate. So let's look why. Here's a typical lead generation form. So what your leads are doing, they go in, you've got a home valuation in PPC or wherever you've got home valuation tools that are happening. They come into your website, they'll end up on your home valuation page, on your squeeze page. And this is the type of form. So the first order of business, you're saying, hey, fill in my address. And they happily fill in the address. So when they fill in the address, they're expecting immediately to get an online home valuation. For the most part, this is what happens next. The form says, hey, populate. Can you just go back on that, please, Dylan? So the form says, hey, populate my name, my email, my phone number. And at that point, okay, right at that point, they leave. They're gone. So once we've finished with all of that, what do you do with these leads? Well, Dylan, we'll go back to where you were. This is what happens. I'm going to show you an actual. So this is an actual from CINC. With CINC, a lot of those home valuation seller leads land up in their unknown, or more, they call it their partial leads, okay? So their partial leads over here, this is an actual CINC agent download. Put it in our system. So CINC is crazy. Where it says first name, they populate the address. Where it says last name, nothing comes up. For email address, that is a CINC default incomplete email address. The status, it's unworked. That's in the agents platform. And hey, every phone number is 55555. Sounds like one of those crazy sites. So right here, folks, they've got absolutely nothing. Let's just move it on to the next one. We've sort of split it up into two. This is what you get, and this is all you get in this particular one with CINC. You get the address, the city, the state, the zip, and there's a bunch of other fields as well that we're not going to bore you with. So here I have a whole bunch of leads that just have the address, the city, the state, the zip. We've made it easy for you, and we're going to show you right now. So let's have a look at the next one. So our system goes to work, and this is the actual of that agent upload, if you will. First download it from CINC or any other lead generation platform, upload it to our system, and this is what we recover, and they get back automatically. And by the way, this automatic process happens in minutes. It's fully automated, goes right back to you. First and last name. You get phone numbers, up to 3 where we can get them. You get the email address, up to 2 where you get those. And of course, there's your address, city, and state, and zip. So you get all the information. Now this agent can go and market to all of these people with relatable seller content, right? These folks came in. I don't believe for a minute anybody comes into a home valuation form and there's no intent. I've got better things to do with my life than going and look at home valuations, right? So we honestly believe these people were interested. They might be in their early stages. You grab this information and you start dripping them like crazy. All right. Any questions, folks? Just enter them up there and we'll get them to you. Now we're talking about magic. We started talking about connections. So in your CRMs, you may have buyer leads, you've got a lot of seller leads. You have to have a mechanism to connect your buyer and your seller needs. So using our tools, remember we shared all those tools earlier on? You know, all the contact, the information, the LTV, their credit scores, whether they're underwater and have to sell or short sales, or whether they're looking to move up. And anybody that moves forward with any of our programs, okay, not necessarily these RELI programs or intercept leads as well, we coach you on how to take your existing leads and milk every bit of gold out of them. You got to go on a mining mission. You're paying huge money for your leads. Are you maximizing your ROI? I'm going to suggest not as much as you should be. And this does not take a lot of work to do. And as we go through this, Dylan is actually going to share with you how to do this and what to do. So let's move along with a couple of the audiences. So you've got all of these folks in your CRM, no matter where the leads have come from. And if you're targeting with general lead generation, PPC, any lead generation platform, you're getting an overall bucket of leads. You're getting buyers. If you're wanting buyers, you're getting sellers from the sellers portals, if that's what you're looking for. But until you start qualifying them, you absolutely have no idea who these people are, what they are, or anything else. So you're going to use our pre-qualification tools. You're going to set up automated audiences. And in this particular scenario, okay, if you've got a whole bunch of seniors, folks that are getting ready to move down, their home's too big, whatever the case may be, you have to start connecting them with either buyers in your CRM okay, the buyers that are looking to move up, and you'll know who they are using our tools to see all their information, how many in the family, how many generations, and things of that nature. Or, okay, these buyers over here might already own their first home. And if they do that, they're looking to move up. So just think about this, folks. We've got a buyer lead, we've got a seller lead, and another seller lead. So you've got a buyer seller, a seller who's going to become a buyer because the couple on the left are moving down. The couple on the right, if they're sellers, they're moving up. 4 commissions waiting for you right here. Okay, 4 commissions. Now let's move to the next audience. Depending on who you're targeting and the areas you're targeting, we've got our folks on the left-hand side once again, but now we've got a younger couple who've done extremely well. And you can target the couple on the right and the couple on the left with cross-promotion, cross-marketing. You're going to introduce each other's properties. So the ones on the left who've got a beautiful property, you're going to introduce that property to the couple on the right. We have the perfect home that may just suit your needs. See where we're going with this, folks? And anybody has questions, just pop them in there. You're starting to connect all your leads together. This is mining for extra gold that up till this webinar, maybe you never ever knew this existed. This is absolutely cool. So we're happy to share all of this with you. So let's move on to the next one. This is what you came here for today, folks. Are you targeting expired listings? I'm going to start off by saying this. You're definitely not going to make phone calls to these folks. That's for sure. If you do, you're going to land up in trouble. You're not going to actively solicit them. So you're not asking them for the listing. I want to be very clear on that. Okay, they're already listed. Okay, so what you have to do, you've got to promote your brand and your UVP or your USP. That's what you've got to do. What will happen is, if they're not happy with their existing agent, okay, they're going to reach out to you. Once they reach out to you, it's fair game. And I've heard a lot of people say, well, that's not really ethical, Colin. You know, it's not ethical to do that, etc. My question is, why not? You're not actively soliciting them. You're absolutely not doing that. You're branding yourself and you're putting out your message. If they pick up on it and want to engage with you, great. Back in the day, we used to target the neighborhoods where there were a lot of listings. They were active. And we used to send postcards or mailers out surrounding the area, surrounding all of those listings. And it went out en masse. It just happened to be the listings were in that audience, if you will, in that area, in that community. If the agent that had the listing wasn't doing their job, we got many, many phone calls from the sellers who were under contract asking how we could help. And I'm not going to get into that in terms of what you should or shouldn't be saying. If you're not sure, you talk with your brokers and they will tell you what to say and what to do and how to advise these folks. Perfectly okay. So any questions on that, you can enter it, and Dylan is going to go into a little bit more about that. So this is typically when it happens, right? Time you might be buying expires. Okay, and by the time you are aware of an expired listing, guess what? It's already been relisted. Okay, so let's see why that is. So let's move it along. Why? Because you folks keep chasing expired listings. And from my personal perspective, we didn't do that. Or if you're not chasing the expired listings that you find on the MLS and you go right through them, a lot of MLSs have expiry dates, a lot do not. So you might take your average days on market and kind of wait, and when it then expires, you find out and you scrub all of that. Now you move on to the next step. Let's have a look at that. So what's happening here is, think about it, folks. You're chasing the same expired listings as all the other agents are. There's just way too much competition. You're all buying the same lists from the list brokers. So what we're advocating that you do is market to these pre-expired listings under the radar before they expired. And we're going to get into that. All right, let's see. Dylan, is this you, my friend? Not quite. Let's share exactly how this happens. So this is an actual MLS download from North Carolina. This is an agent sent us this particular list, uploaded it. And hey, you can see the MLS number, you get the address, days on market, 75 and 76. We just shortened this, folks. He sent us hundreds of active listings. I think there were probably close to 500 that he sent us. And what he did was, and what we advocate over here, is you take your average days on market in your area, whatever that may be. Start marketing to them 15 to 30 days before that actual average day on markets. So if you see 75 over here, start marketing 45 days. So it's 30 days before the average listing days on market. Okay, so you want to be doing that. And then what happens is it comes in, and that particular one, as you saw, all it has is address. Some MLSs will have the name on as well, where the homeowner allows them to put it on. A lot of cases they won't. So you're getting lists with not a whole bunch of information. We return the data to you. You've got your first and last name. Here's the phone number. Once again, please do not call them, but you get the phone number regardless. You're getting email addresses where you can find them. And of course, you've got the address. And we're going to get into, when it comes to Facebook and how you're going to market to these people, what you're going to do with this data right here. So let's move us along, please. And while you're doing this, so here we've got this little graphic, start targeting them before they expire. And you want to just get them know about your brand and your unique value proposition. If they're not happy with their agent, they're going to pay attention to this information right here. Okay, so let's move it along. And how are they going to do this? So the way you're going to target these people is you're going to use the RealTech's free automated Facebook custom audience marketing tools. So with every subscription, okay, so with every subscription that you get over here from us, whether you're buying the buyer, seller, lead intel, whether you're buying the unknown and partial lead intel tools, whether you're going to go with the pre-expired listing tools, the recovery tools, every one of them comes with tools. And one of the major tools that we have, okay, is your Facebook custom audience marketing tools, whereby you will be in a position to take that list of leads, populate it right up into your Facebook ads manager and create that audience. And then Dylan is going to share with you exactly how to do that, and that you'll be safe with your marketing so that you're not only specifically targeting the pre-expireds. So let's move us along here, Dylan. All right, Dylan, the floor is yours, my friend.
All right, I'm going to go back real quick because I wanted to talk about a couple things here. So what we're showing you is, first of all, how to go ahead and grab more data on the leads that you already have. We talk to agents all the time that are constantly expressing that, hey, the leads in my CRM, I don't know where they're at. I don't have enough data. Or most of all, you're getting data that is invalid phone numbers, invalid emails. Let us go ahead and find more people like that. But most of all, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can leverage this specifically with pre-expireds or the other categories, where you can go ahead and remarket to these people for pennies on the dollar. It's important to make sure that you are building your brand with these people. It's important that you are giving them your unique value proposition. It's important to educate and build trust with these people. And the best way to do this is do this on Facebook, specifically the Facebook Ads Manager. And all of these ads will be shown on the Facebook platform, as well as Instagram and the Audience Network. The nice thing about this is it is just going to naturally pop up onto their newsfeed. There's many of you guys that have probably searched on Facebook and Instagram. Then you guys went over to a shopping website. You guys went to shop, and then it followed you back over to Facebook. That is exactly what we're doing. But instead of them going to a website, we already have their data. So Facebook is going to find those people and allow us to market to those people. Now, with this being said, inside of Facebook, in order for this to be truly compliant, is you will upload your custom audience from Facebook or to Facebook. Then you'll have the option to create what they call a lookalike audience. A lookalike audience is going to allow you to go ahead and take that pre-expired list, and it's going to tell Facebook that you want to find more people like them. What this allows you to do is be able to market specific videos, educational videos, as well as just infographics to these people to show them the value that you can add, educate them along the process, and you're hitting everybody, not just those pre-expireds. Now, rest assured, you do not want to contact any of these people. You want your marketing to get in front of them. There's companies that do it all day long. There's companies that constantly do it, shopping companies, lender companies, lead generation companies. Everybody does this. It's just a matter of if you have the data. And this right here is the wheelhouse to get that data. So showing you guys a couple things here. I'm going to stop sharing and show you guys some of the content that you guys can actually market to these people.
I'm going to interject just for a quick minute, Dylan, on what you shared. So Dylan is correct. He says, don't call these people. But here's something that you can do. You're going to have a list of the pre-expireds. You will also then target lookalike audiences. And one of the things that we will be adding to these lookalike audiences is pixeling them. So once we get into the next phase, and hopefully that's going to be very, very soon, folks, anybody that comes in, two things are going to happen. Number one, they're going to fill out a lead capture form if you're going to with your lookalikes. The minute they go to fill in all their information, all right, on their lead generation form, on your lead generation forms, right, on the before they go and watch your videos, bingo, you're now in a position to call them. So you don't call them out of the gate, but once they've filled out those web forms, yes, you can call them. Why not? They've reached out to you. I'm sorry, Dylan, please go ahead.
Oh, you're absolutely right. And I'm glad you kind of elaborated on that. So let me show you guys real quick a couple of videos. Just some little content that you guys can do. Most of all, the kind of stats that are behind it. It's a very cost-effective strategy. That's the biggest thing that draws a lot of people to remarketing is you can get people to watch your content for pennies on the dollar. 2 cents for a quick through play, which is somebody watching 15 seconds or more. But we're going to dive in here. Here is some of the seller content from a client. Is shorter time equals more money. So just educating them on the value proposition of having that listing on the market for less equals more money. Comparables versus market value, really good video. Positioning your home in a pricing bracket. Really, how do you price your home specifically for a pricing bracket? She dove right in here and basically went over how just even $10,000 difference can go ahead and put them into a new pricing bracket and, of course, attract more buyers. So she's just constantly adding value. She's not telling them, hey, come work with me or anything like that. Her value proposition or her call to action at the end of all her videos is, if you have any questions, click below. Or if you have any questions, reach out to us. Just very subtle. Then we go ahead and take them to her website or her landing page. All of this content is as short as 30 to 60 seconds. It's not something that needs to be time consuming. It's something that honestly, if you spend 5 minutes to 10 minutes, you can record multiple videos. We'll help you with what videos are performing good, what videos are best to push out to specific audiences. We will help you along the way with that. Now, with that being said, if you go back to here, I'm going to show you guys quickly kind of the stats here. So if we look at this, just in the last 30 days, and this is the last 30 days here, I just forgot to have the date in there, is she has reached 4,723. Now, she initially started with a list of 1,600 people. So she's grown that list to a whole lot more people, and as well as leveraging her brand to the masses that are similar to that initial list. She's only spent $48 in the last 30 days to get this many people reached, and most of all, 2,151 video plays, which is phenomenal. On average, not to get too in depth here, but on average, the frequency is under 2. So that gives us an indication that the content she's recording is valuable and people are watching those videos the first or second time that they see it. Now, with that being said, go ahead and move into, here's some examples here. Of course, I always lean towards video, but having some still graphics is very valuable as well. For example, if you look over on the left-hand side, looking to sell your home, we have 479 qualified buyers searching for a home in your area right now. Then you go ahead and put your disclaimer in there, not intended to solicit buyers and sellers already under an agency contract. It's important that you have that messaging in there because that's going to cover you. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and take them either to a lead form or to a landing page and have them begin to opt in. Once they've opted in, then it's free game. You can go ahead and reach out to them. Of course, I would go ahead and get advice and guidance from your broker or colleagues, but you can absolutely go ahead and contact those people. Now, with that being said, not only are we going to show you how to do these things, whenever you are with us, is we are going to give you the marketing tools, not just the graphics, not just the video topics, but specifically, hey, what kind of things should I market out to these people? What kind of audiences are going to relate to certain topics? We're going to help form things around you, as well as provide you with tons of easy executable documents, creative videos, video ideas, not videos. You got to record those, but we're there to help you on every aspect of the marketing side to give you some guidance of best practice.
Cool. Dylan, that's really great. So before we go here, there are some questions. I'm going to run through them. So let's just have a look at these. Does this work in Ontario? Sherry, right now it doesn't. We are looking into certain components from here that we will be able to implement. But right now, we apologize. We can't, and that's a privacy issue that's up in Canada. So let's have a look what else is happening over here. Okay. Can you get a link to the recording? Yes, there will be. And let's see. Do you list if the phone is on the DNC? So we don't. And I'll give you the reasons why we do not. So when you get all of this data from us, okay, when you get this data from us, it may be around a week, 2 before you start marketing to these people or trying to call them after they have come, you know, after you, especially if you're going to market to the buyer and sellers and the unknowns and things of that nature. More specifically, the unknowns. The buyers and sellers have probably given you their phone number anyway, so they've opted in. The unknowns probably have not, or they definitely have not. So you want to be getting a dialer, like a Mojo dialer, something of that nature, which scrubs them. Or you go into dnc.com, which is a great site. And for minimal investment, you put your list in there and they'll tell you who's on or not. And the reason is, while they may not be on the DNC today, they may be on the DNC next week. Now, you figure they're not on the DNC and you make a call only to find out they just recently went on. Over here, I have a lot of items from buyers on Facebook, but not more than that. How can they be marketed to? Dylan, I think you can answer this one perfectly.
Yes, let me go ahead and pull that back up. IAMs from buyers. IAMs, go ahead and clarify on that real quick. DMs from buyers. It says
Whoever
awesome.
put that up, could you just pop that into chat? I'm not sure.
But we'll go with DMs if they have DMs that are coming from buyers on Facebook, but they're not submitting any information. You can go ahead and get a little creative with this, and you can actually go ahead and market to people that have engaged with your Facebook page. But most of all, you want to get that data. So of course you can remarket lead generation to them. That way you can go ahead and pull that information. But at the end of the day, the more video content and the more value and education that you push out, the more these people will actually be willing to submit their information and be willing to actually reach out for next steps. So just keep that in mind. Maybe you need to push a little bit more value and potentially go ahead and retarget these people to go ahead and kind of hit them a little harder. What's the site we need to visit to find out which are not on the DNC list? I'll have you go ahead and mention that.
DNC, as in DNC.com. Good site to go to, DNC. Thank you. Yeah, so getting back to, your IMs, if it's DMs, in fact, if you've got web forms set up, a lead generation form, you're going to capture them anyway and remarket to them. Okay. We're also looking at pixeling ads. So in which case, even if you do not have a lead generation form, or they don't populate it, but they watch your video, and this is going to be another thing, we'll be able to know who they are and be able to give you that information back. That's another service that we're introducing in the very, very, very near future. So hopefully that'll work for everybody. And we will be talking about that. So here's another one. Do you focus mainly through Facebook or print marketing? Darn good question, Raul. Thank you. So depending on where the leads come from. So best practices, let's talk buyer and seller leads. Buyer and seller leads, they've already come in, they've opted into what you're doing. All right, so you're going to be going to be doing emails. Emails is the lowest expensive form, and you want to be setting up drip campaigns, right, that go out on a weekly basis to go out with value add. And we're putting that together for you, where we already, in our free marketing tools, we give you email templates, email content, Facebook ad graphics, and Facebook content. Facebook can be used for everybody, but bearing in mind, if you're going to run Facebook, you want to be having at least 500 people in there in your custom audience. If you don't have enough people, Facebook doesn't optimize and you're not going to get a return. If you don't have 500, that's fine. You create a lookalike list, as Dylan just shared with you a little earlier on. And then now all of a sudden, you are targeting the people that are already in your CRM plus others that look alike, okay? And pennies on the dollar. Okay, print, I love print. I'm old school, but guess what? Print is new school. It's coming back big time. We know that when people get a personalized, customized piece, marketing piece in their mailbox, they read it. And you want to make sure that you have a good message on there, a great call to action, and it absolutely has to have a QR code that they can pull out their phone, shoot that QR code, and they should be redirected to a landing page. Please, folks, do not redirect them to the main page of your website. Nobody wants to do any work. If you've got a message that's going to resonate, take them back to the page with that message. So in other words, if you're advertising, hey, free home valuation, take them back to the page where you've got your free home valuation tool. And for those that are interested, we also have a suite of postcards that are ready to go out, and they're all personalized. And we'll leave that for another day, but just to let you know. What's the name of the company for the service you guys are covering? Oh, we're RealTech Power Marketing. right in the beginning. We've had it on a lot of slides. So we have at RealTech, we have the Intercept Leads program, which a lot of you have seen us there. The buyer and seller lead intel. We also have, as you see, the unknown and partial leads intel. And we also have the pre-expires. There's one other one that we've got that we haven't talked about here. For any of you who are using REDX. So if you're using REDX, we have a tool where you put your REDX list, okay, that you're getting from them, the geo leads, you put it up into our system and you get all the extra information, right? The extra phone numbers, the extra emails. I know you get a lot from REDX anyway, but you don't get the loan to value and the credit scores and how many people live in the house and things of that nature. So we have that program as well, as opposed to also those other ones. Do we have print examples of the pre-expiring campaign? What I'm going to suggest here, Raul, is get with us, schedule a product demo. We don't have anything in print that we can show you on this webinar. But as you see on the screen, ReliProductDemo.com. And that will cover, so when then if you've got your phone, hit that QR code right now. Book an appointment with us. We'll share absolutely everything with you, what we do, how we do, the suite of marketing tools, which are free when you get with us on any program. Pricing, depending on the program that you are interested in, the prices are literally, unfortunately, not unfortunately, I can't give them all to you right here. They're everywhere and anywhere. But we have programs that start in the 200s, right, on a monthly basis. It's all subscription based. But if you're interested in finding out more about the pricing, hey, jump onto a product demo with us. We're happy to share. Everything will be explained in full to you and with you. Any other questions? We've got a few minutes that we can hang around. Kindly allowed us just to overstay our welcome. Normally it's about 30 minutes, but we're over that. But if there's any more questions, please, last call for questions over here. Questions on anything? Do we have anything going?
Did we answer Thomas Murphy's? How does your system work in a seller's market with average DOM is less than 2 weeks, days on the market?
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm sorry. No, I did not. So how do you do, if the who's in the market today where the average days on market is 2 weeks? Share that. Where are you, Thomas? Share it, pop that in. I don't know too many markets at this moment where it's 2 weeks. So if you wouldn't mind, just love to know where you are. But how do we handle that? So you're going to enter your lists. And by the way, those lists can be entered daily for that matter. So you can keep updating your lists. Instantly, literally within a few minutes, okay, you're going to get all that information back. So let's assume for a moment you're going to enter your list right now. Should be before end of day, you're going to get those answers. You're going to get all the data right into you. So once you get all of that data, you're going to jump on Facebook immediately, right? Because Facebook, you can do it today, get it optimized, and bingo, bango, you're out there on people's timelines within 24 hours, typically. That's the way how you do it, even if you have a short days on market time frame.
Looks like Thomas said he's in mid-Atlantic, most of the Northeast.
Okay, wow. Everybody's getting out of the Northeast, going down to Florida. Any Florida agents over here? Connect with Thomas, right? He's got everybody who wants to get out. Any more questions, folks? Dylan, you see anything in the... No, we seem to have cleared everything here.
Not seeing anything else. But hey, you guys jump in here if you guys have questions. I want to make sure these are answered before we hop off here.
So we got another, I'm going to hang around, Dylan, we'll hang around for another minute, see if anybody's got any. When I type in ReliProductDemo.com, it comes as GoDaddy. Oh my goodness, I'll have to check with our tech team. That's something. Scan the QR code, Adriana. We'll get that fixed immediately. I know we prepared that for the webinar. And as good as we know we are, I guess our fellas dropped the ball. So we'll have that up and running real quick. I'll get word to our tech team to have that set up immediately, right after that. So anybody having a problem getting into ReliProductDemo.com, give us 15, 20 minutes and it'll be up. And hey, in the meantime, if you want to get in sooner than that, just scan the QR code. But thank you for giving us the heads up on that.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop this link in the chat for you guys. There you go. Should take you to scheduling a demo.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Appreciate.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Adriana, for letting us know on that.
I think
Thomas did go ahead and jump in. Inventories levels is less than 1.5 months. So man, their market's moving.
so. Let me ask you a question, Thomas. Inventory level 1.5 months, right? Even though the days on market, average days on market is 2 weeks. That's average. There's got to be some people out there that are not selling in 2 weeks, and you want to be checking your MLS for that. Okay, very few new listings hitting the market. More the reason why you have to give them your USP or your UVP, right? Give them a reason to connect with you. And so if you're doing that custom Facebook audience, add the lookalikes. And this is a quick nugget that I'm going to share with you just at the last minute before we leave. For those of you who've seen us before, what we love to do is online comps, but include that comp graphic. Include the comp graphic in your marketing. And what we'll do for everybody who's still with us, and there's a lot of you, thank you very much. We're going to send you a comp graphic sample so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about when we talk about comp graphics. And for all of you that are still with us, jump on with us, and Dylan and I share regular coaching sessions as well, and we share with you exactly how to connect with these people using comp graphics. Because Thomas, you say very few expired hitting the market. We understand that. So how do you create listings? You got to give them a reason to get with you. And how do you get them to get with you? You got to let them know that you sell homes for more money than similar homes that are sold with other agents. So don't confuse that, please, with over asking. Most homes sell over asking because the prices are lowball. But if you can demonstrate to people, and this is where this comp graphic will be absolute gold for you, okay? If you can demonstrate to people, they want proof. Everybody says, I get your home sold for more money in less time. Show me the money. Show me the proof. And we're going to show you by giving you that graphic exactly what you do and share with those people to get them to pick up the phone and call you. Hey, who wouldn't want to come list me call right now? We're going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to say, Dylan, it's been a phenomenal session. Thank you so much for everybody for joining us today. Thanks to LabCoat for hanging around with us a little longer than we would normally be on. Appreciate you all. Until our next webinar, folks, thank you so much. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye now.